Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and I'm continuing on with our tutorials on how to use the different units on the multiplayer matchups. The next unit we're going to be talking about is the Furioso Dreadnought. Let me know if you're liking the new format that I'm using on the multiplayers with the audio and kind of going back through the episode and kind of explaining how I'm doing each move and why, and kind of what the opponent is doing as well. Or if you prefer the old way where I just kind of randomly talk a little bit while I'm actually doing the game real time. I was finding that some of the newer players weren't quite understanding why certain movements or abilities were being used, so they asked that I do it the other way. So let me know if you guys prefer this new method more. The other benefit is I can try maybe speeding it up a little bit, and that way the matches will go a little bit quicker as well, because the movement animations are quite slow. The other thing I'm doing is on these new tutorials, I'm also speeding up the skirmish example match a little bit. I can't talk. The speed of the matches as well for the skirmishes, just to make those go a little bit quicker so it doesn't drag out the full skirmish match, so you can see how that goes a little bit quicker, because sometimes that can drag out having to track down a last unit. So the last thing I want to say is if you want to play a multiplayer matchup against me with the Battlesector, just send me a message through YouTube and let me know what your username is and what match you created, the password. Make it a password protected so nobody else joins, and let me know what that is, and then I can join up and I can give you some feedback. Or if you just want to beat me or in front of everybody, or show me something cool that I'm unaware of, please shoot me a message through YouTube and we can set something up. So this will be a similar video to the one I set up with the Vindicare Warsuit, because I kind of compared all three of these dreadnoughts on that episode as well, but I figured I would show each kit here and kind of go through it. So the Furioso Dreadnought is considered an elite unit. It has 320 health, 1 action point, 4 movements, 9 armor, and starts with -20 evasion. Its default kit is a Storm Bolter, has 42 shots with 3 to 4 base damage with an armor piercing of 1, has an optimal range of 2, and a base accuracy of 90. This is used to take out real weak units if you're worried about getting a counterattack, because if you hit them with the melee, which is a Furioso Fist, it does 56 to 75 with splash damage of 33 to 45. So generally, if you're fighting low tier units with low health, you're going to want to go with an attack unless your accuracy for some reason is dangerous. But if you're fighting an elite where you're worried about the counterattack, then you might want to shoot with these guys, because you're pretty consistently going to be able to take out at least 2 or 3 low tier units with one attack here, whereas that'll be the equivalent of what you're going to be doing with the Storm Bolter. Alternatively, maybe if these were back one range and there was somebody in front of them, you'd want to attack with this too, but that's kind of why you would use this. But I rarely have the Storm Bolter kitted out. I usually use some of these other weapons, which we'll go through momentarily. The other things to know about this is it is a vehicle, so it has the volatile ability. So when it explodes, it'll do, on death it will explode, I should say, and it does 52 to 70 damage with an armor piercing of 1 to everything within 1 tile, including your own units. And then this does have a special ability called the Frag Cannon. Fires 3 grenades, dealing 15 to 20 damage with armor piercing of 2, and you can do it twice. So it's great against clearing out chaff as well. So if you did have the standard kit, you would probably want to use this if you were taking out low tier things as well, and then use him to try to lock guys down for melee, or to just kind of shoot and soak up attacks, overwatch, things like that. So the other variants would be this one here, which has the Melt-A-Gun. This definitely is a very viable kit. I see a lot of players using it, especially if you're going to be fighting, say, Sisters Battle or somebody else where you think they're going to be using a high value armored kit, because this one will have 1 attack and it does 135 to 180 damage with an armor piercing of 8, has an optimal range of 2. So you can definitely do a lot of damage to high value targets with this. Unfortunately, the base damage is 80, so if they get minus accuracy penalties, it rapidly falls off. And then the final version here is the Heavy Flamer, and this is what I use almost exclusively when I'm using the Furiosos, because it's good against almost everything except armor, as you can imagine. It has 10 flame attacks, each doing 6 to 9 damage. It's got an armor piercing of 3, and it has a range of 2, optimal is 1, but it can actually shoot through to take out 2 units with the Heavy Flamer, so that's quite impressive. And then we kind of talked about the Furioso Fist, has an armor piercing of 8, has the splash damage and base damage like we discussed, so it definitely is no slouch in melee as well. So that's compared to this unit here, which is quite a bit more expensive, and then the Incendium cannon is effectively the exact same as the heavy flamer here. So for 130, for 195, you can have this guy kitted out, and if you're going to do this, it goes all the way up to 250. So you get these other benefits, but again, I don't think it really makes sense. Usually if you're going to use these guys, you'd want to have your Tech Marines with you to get some additional damage, and then I'll also bring around the Librarian. Again, this guy does much more damage in melee, but it has less splash damage, but the splash damage that it does quite a bit more damage than, say, the Furioso Fist, which does 33 to 45, whereas this does 72 to 96. It also has a little more armor piercing. So let's set up a match here and see what we can do. And we'll keep it at Exterminatus here. We'll set one up with the Necrons, and I kind of showed the bridge. I kind of wanted to show the different maps, but some of these are a little bit harder. So let's do the Isle of Ties. I generally think the other maps, like the first one, are much quicker for these kind of matchups, but if you're unfamiliar with these map setups, I figured maybe you can get some benefit from that as well. And I guess let's just keep you guys all over here. So we can just run through. Oops, I didn't change who my commander was, unfortunately. Let's use that to run you all the way up there, I guess. Run you all the way there. Run you up to here and get you there.
The defense at Angelica stands with you. I'll keep an eye out. The enemy lurks in the shadows. Past, future, there is only service to the Emperor. My duty remains. As you say, there can only be victory. On my honor.
Alright, we'll see where the Necron boys are. They're coming away from the other side here. Oh, must have a death mark over there. So if I hit here, that'll be a 95% chance to hit, so why don't we get that going. And then this one has a Storm Bolter. You have my Melta. So that means you are my Heavy Flamer, correct? Looks like it. So what we'll do then is let's get a little healing here. And a little bit of extra damage. And I don't think he actually benefits from Flamer's increase from damage, but we'll see. So what we'll do is we'll run you down here, and now these guys have low armor, so we'll just flame through them. As you can see, it has 2, so you can go through there. You can almost take out those guys completely. So what I'm going to do then is with my other Flamer, so we can run you up here, and you should be able to flame through and kill both of them. Yep, there you go, perfect. And then the thing with the Tomb Blades is they don't have the ability to resurrect, so... And I would ideally like to charge into here and kill this guy, but if I do that, he'll trigger an Overwatch, so we're not going to do that. We'll just smack him like this and kill him. So now he's down. What I can do over here is run you here and shoot into these guys. Now they have pretty decent armor, so unfortunately with all that armor, these Frag Storm cannons don't do a ton of damage against them, but we'll do what we can. I'm going to bring these guys kind of over this way.
Affirmative. What needs fixing?
Now the question is who do I want to bring over this way? I feel like I'm going to overextend these guys and they're going to get run down, but we'll try to protect that. Run you up to here. And I guess we'll run you up here. What I could have done is probably use the increased momentum, and then I would have gotten more momentum with these guys on their kills, but it is what it is.
My vengeance will be final. Taking fire.
Ah, he did kill my guy with his death marks. I was worried that was going to happen. So I run over here, increase these guys' momentum. And then I guess we'll boost you up.
Guides every strike.
And we'll run you over here. And then let's charge him. Actually, a little surprised that didn't do more damage.
I have seen your death by my hands.
Well, I guess we're just going to run down here and smack this guy.
Death to all who oppose me.
Actually, what I can do is run over here with your Melta. Here, hopefully with that you'll have better accuracy. Yeah, 80. So there you go.
Not even death will stop me.
Let's let you shoot into here. He's down. You can come up here.
Bring me your broken and your outworn, and I will repair them anew.
Alright, so he is up there. And unfortunately, that is not going to be an easy area for me to get to.
Opening fire. Invicta Warsaw, ready.
I guess what we'll do is move you here. Flame here. He's down. They're back up. We'll use your extra attack. He's down. I guess we'll move you here to lock those guys down. And we'll try to put you here to keep you alive so they don't get sniped. And unfortunately, I think you are going to be hosed. Oh, there's one behind me there too, huh? Interesting. So again, you can see this guy has much more melee damage
Not even death will stop me.
than the other one does. See if he gets back up. Nope, he's down. Yep, that one stayed down too. That was bad rolls for him. And we'll run him in. Of course, you attack the one that's weakest there. And we can surge and attack again. Almost dropped him. Run you up here. Let you attack into these guys. And they're down. Let you heal. That means I gotta run you guys over this way. Come after those dang death marks that are teleporting all over the place. Run you guys this way.
Affirmative. Confirmed.
And we'll charge into here.
My hatred.
He'll probably teleport out, I expect.
Targets acquired.
And we can charge here. Oh, I was kind of hoping that if I... Here, try to put you there, see if that'll keep you alive or not. I'm not hopeful.
The defensor Angelica stands with
Yep, that's kind of what I thought. Alright, so you're the heavy flamer. So the good news is that should pretty much be able to kill the death marks unless they resurrect. Which he did.
vigilance is eternal.
And this guy's Storm Bolter is the same one that's on the other guys.
Confirmed.
Where the heck did he warp to, I wonder? Over here.
Awaiting command.
Ah,
Vanguard marching.
he's back up already. Yeah, I wasn't hopeful.
Laying down fire.
There you go. Good.
Orders received. My duty remains.
Tech Marine standing by.
Alright, do that. And do that. And we're going to try to run you away.
Front bombardment commencing.
Alright, they're down.
My fury quickens.
Run you this way.
The defensor Angelica stands with me. Not even death will stop me. Invicta ready.
Well, if I would have thought that through a little bit. Could have attacked with the other guy. 38.
Opening
Well, I guess we'll just keep shooting, seeing what happens.
the defensor Angelica stands with me. Confirmed. I await your orders.
Again, should have used the Frag Storm first. And then finished them up with the Storm Bolter, but I wasn't thinking. So he's got pretty good momentum going there.
Opening fire. By your command.
So as you see, you almost always want to use the melee
Laying down fire.
over the Storm Bolter if you use it. Now I'll insert a video of what happens what the options are for the empowering of the Frag Storm launcher there, because I didn't actually get one to use on this matchup here. Alright, so as you can see, you can empower that ability. The rest you just get extra APs, so I think the flamers just work way better. You're able to kill a lot of units. And then if you need to take out high value units, when the flamer won't do damage to him, you can do the melee, and he does decent damage. You know, he does 60 to 80 or whatever it is, so pretty consistently, and you can lock things down, and they can tank a hit at least for a couple of turns. Certainly against the strongest thing like a Hive Tyrant or something, you wouldn't want to be sitting there punching it over and over again, but given that they have the splash ability, even against, say, Terminators, they can at least weaken down those forces pretty substantially if there's multiple models per squad. So hopefully that gives you an idea of which Dreadnought you'd like to use and kind of how you can kit them out, because the Furioso definitely has multiple options at your disposal. But I'm definitely a big fan of the heavy flamer. I could be talked into the multi-melta on several occasions, and the storm cannon, like you said, I just not a big fan. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day. Power, if you're going to do this, it would fire 3 grenades, dealing 30 to 40 damage with 2 armor piercing, so it's not very good to waste your attack to empower that.